Hello, my name is Rudraksh, and today I'm going to show you how to blink and LED in Arduino Nano IoT through Morse code of a first name. So for the introduction, we are using Arduino Nano board and we are going to blink an LED in the pattern of our first name using Morse code. So for the components, we are using Arduino Nano 33 IoT and breadboard, jumper wires, push button, micro USB to USB cable, and for the software requirement, we are using Arduino IDE. Uh, for the connections, we are going to connect the long LED of the to the digital pin 13 of the Arduino Nano. The short LED cathode of the LED should be connected through a resistor to the ground of the Arduino Nano. This is to limit the current flowing through the LED and prevent damage. Connect one side of the push button to digital pin 2 and the other side of the GND. The digital pin 2 is the pin that I have used in my code. This button will be used to reset the blinking sequence. Make sure to power the Arduino Nano using USB or an external power source if needed. So for the Morse code, to code a name in Morse code and showcase the blinking pattern on an Arduino Nano, we are going to follow these steps. First, create a mapping of letters in our name, the respective Morse code representation. I have given you international Morse code table. Then write an Arduino sketch that iterates through each letter in our name, checking its Morse code pattern and blink an LED accordingly. Ensure we incorporate appropriate delays between blinks to differentiate between characters and words. Upload the sketch to Arduino Nano. When it runs, the LED will blink out our name in Morse code. Don't forget to connect the LED to the designated pin on the Nano. So now I'll show you the code and explain it to you how I've written it. We start by declaring an integer variable LED1 which is set to the value of LED built-in. The built-in is a constant represent the pin number of the onboard LED on many Arduino boards. We also declare an integer variable button pin to hold the pin number of the push button, and a boolean variable is button press to track whether the button has been pressed. The setup function is where initialize our hardware and settings. We set the LED1 pin as an output, meaning it will be used to control the LED. We set the button pin as an input with a pull-up resistor, which means it will read a high value. And when the button is not pressed, we then attach an interrupt to the button pin that calls the reset name function when a falling edge is detected. The loop function is where the main program execution takes place. We first check if the is button pressed flag is set to true. If so, we call the reset name function to reset the LED display and then reset the flag. Next, we have the Morse code sequence for each letter. For example, R is represented. For example, R is represented as in Morse code. We achieve this by calling blink dot for dots and blink dash for dashes with appropriate delays to create the Morse code patterns. After each letter, we call blink space to create a gap between words. These functions control the LED to create the Morse code elements. Blink dot turns the LED on for a short duration to represent a dot, then turns it off with a short delay. Blink dash does the same but for a longer duration to represent a dash. Blink space introduces a longer delay to indicate a gap between words. The function is called when the button is pressed. It blinks the LED 3 times to indicate a reset operation. It turns the LED off, wait for a second, turn it on, waits again, and then repeats the sequence twice more. So this is our code. I have already told you about blink dot, blink dash, and blink space. And now I'll show you the demonstration how all this will work. Thank you. Hope you understand.